Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
God, it keeps coming up.
So Wings is obviously much closer to Woody and Kyle because the three of them started PKA together. I think if you asked Wings, he would say he started it. I don't have nearly as much exposure to Wings, but I am in the spot that he used to be on this show. And so he does not care for me. And
Well, that's one thing I wanted to ask, I guess, to get your perspective on this, because I do find this interesting.
Mhm.
I know he's got a decent-sized YouTube channel. He had a following for a while. He had a lot of people watching him because the content was kind of fresh and new, and he was one of the first people there. But it seems like there's like an inverse thing going. Like he was big and now he's dropped, and you guys were kind of smaller and now you've just skyrocketed into doing stuff. Is that am I you getting that right, or am I getting this wrong? Because it seems like he had like 200 people watching his stream when I went on there on Twitch. In the middle of
he would have
just
definitely
200.
had more back in the day. Yeah.
oh yeah,
And he drives people away, right? Like he's continuously banning people. That's the thing with him is he's banned so many people. And he doesn't sort of embrace the people who come there for like the show, as it were. Like if he just embraced the character of Wings, then he could be very big. He could have 1,000 people a stream because he routinely gets 600 people in there, and about half of those are there for the rage.
He should
They're
be
there
Wings
to
the Angry Gamer, right? He should have a bunch of stunt controllers that he tosses at the wall again and again. And
Yeah, he does that a lot. I in the compilations, it must have been like 10 controllers in total. He'll
he
just whip them at
maintains
the wall.
that is one stunt controller and that he doesn't actually
that
break
is-
them. He's
there's-
saying
that's
No,
a
no,
lie.
no, no.
That's a lie. His Twitter banner
incorrect.
is a broken control. No, he does say it. I'm not
Oh,
saying
okay.
that you're lying. I'm saying that he is. He broke a controller in the freaking Syndicate 1v1. We've done shows before where he's like, I'm up
the
to 11
Syndicate
controllers.
1v1.
That's
the
a good one to bring
Syndicate 1v1. So I don't know.
Is that when he? I think I vaguely know this. Like I said, I'm still kind of like, I've made my way through the compilations. I've had my girlfriend tell me her stories of them laughing at him from back in the day, and I've heard some of the rumors and stuff. Was this the one where he challenged somebody to a 1v1 and then he threw like a shit fit because he lost?
Let me lay this one out.
it's exactly that.
So
Yeah, hit me with the story on this.
we have a guy on our podcast. Wings is one of our hosts at the time. This is maybe 4 years ago. And the guy is known for being the best Call of Duty Zombies player on the planet. And his YouTube channel is kind of skyrocketing, largely because he's so good at Call of Duty Zombies.
6 years ago, Woody.
6 years ago, thank you.
Yeah.
What Wings doesn't realize is that he's actually good at the multiplayer version of Call of Duty as well. That's what he did before he got famous. Anyway, during the show, for hours and hours, Wings is wildly disrespectful to this guy. Just shutting him down, acting like he's not a gamer, he says that he'd be much better at zombies on his first game. He doesn't even play zombies, but if he were to, he'd be much better than the best player on the planet. He's telling him...
And this was not like banter back and forth. It was Tom or Syndicate being very courteous back to Wings being pretty aggressive and rude.
So he's goading the guy nonstop,
Yeah.
basically shitting all over him.
Goading implies shitting all over him is better. Goading implies like a level of social sophistication that isn't there.
That he doesn't have.
Right. So he's just shitting on this guy all show long, and then at one point he challenges him to a 1v1 on Bog. Now, a thing you need to know about Wings is his style of gameplay. He's actually very, very good at these across the map sort of accuracy based thing, where we're both behind cover, we both have 2 or 3 pixels to aim at. That is Wings' cup of tea. That's what he's strong at. So he sets the rules up and he says, we have to use M16. It has to be on Bog. It has to be, he lays it all out there so it's to his advantage. I'm host, which is another big thing because I'm in North Carolina, Wings of Redemption's in South Carolina, and Syndicate is in the UK. Right, so Syndicate has all this lag and trouble to deal with, whereas Wings is next to host practically. Right, he's a couple hundred miles from me. Mm-hmm. It goes on. Wings loses, and to get into the details of it, he gets behind, which means that he has to start taking some risks, to catch up, and that just leads to being further behind. And eventually, he throws the controller, rages, and blames me for streaming it. As if it were a surprise. I mean, we all agreed they were going to stream 1v1. It was like there's thousands of people watching. Well, he goes ballistic, and he asks if we can turn off in the aftermath of it, we're all like, it's okay, Wings. Like, I understand this sucks. I've been there. And he's like, what? I don't fucking suck. You shut up, you fucking faggot. To me, right? That's what he's saying. I'm being nice to him. He's cursing me out, calling me a faggot, stuff like that. I try to like change the topic and play 1v1 against a different guy. You know, like let's just put that in the past and move on. He doesn't want that. He wants to end the stream, so we do. After the stream ends, he's continually threatening this guy. He says he's going to break his teeth out with a mag light, that if he was there, he would kill him. And he goes like nuts on it. And Tom, on the other hand, is also known as Syndicate, is just being cool about the whole thing. Like, look, man, you know, you win some, you lose some. Like, don't make too big a deal out of it.
Why is he getting so? I guess this would be my mindset. You said this guy is really good, top of the rank, right? Like
at zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
But I mean, so he just the game in general, then he would be proficient at, I would imagine. So
sure,
yeah.
You know, if you're going against somebody like that and you lose, you'd be like, okay, well, I lost. Maybe you talk a little bit of shit, but you'd be like, well, the guy's good. Right? I got a loss. I got a loss.
Wings thinks he's
great. You would
great.
think so.
Wings is self-appreciation is out of this world. You know, he legit thought for a while that he was better than all the pro gamers, that he was better at quickscoping than the quickscopers, better at zombies than the zombies guy, better anyone at everything. He plays all his games on hard mode, right? As if that was some sort of like, you know, qualification to be an outstanding gamer. So he was surprised that the #1 zombie player on the planet was better than him. He didn't see that coming. And you say, why is he making such a big deal out of a loss? You also have to recognize, and maybe you do, that it's not just a game to him. This is his living. This is his sense of self-worth. This is like being good at games is not just his finances, but who he is. That's like, as a man, he is a dominant gamer. That's one.
Did you mention the part where he tried to bribe Syndicate to lose the rematch?
We didn't get there.
Wait,
yet.
he tried. Oh, yeah. See, that's now we got to get to that part.
So yeah. So to pick up where I was, as soon as the call ends, he starts threatening Tom. He's going nuts about it. He's like lots of violence. I'm gonna bash your teeth out. I'm gonna do this. I think he said he was gonna have teeth soup. I think that was one of the things where he busts his teeth out with a mag light, and then he's just there with a bloody mouthful of teeth. And this is what Wing. He said he would kill him. He said if he was near. If he was closer, he would literally kill this man for beating him in a 1v1. And a little time passes, and like Keemstar gets involved in this. Keemstar was always opportunistic about when he found drama. And he's like, we'll set up a 1v1 with you guys. We'll put, I forget what it was, like $5,000 on the line. And then winner take all. And Wings came to him and said, look, we'll do this. We'll do a 1v1. You throw it. You look, I'm going to win anyway because I'm Wings of Redemption. But you throw it just to lock that in. And then I'll keep, I think, what did he want the split to be? It was to his...
See, that's the best part. Wings would keep the lion's share and get the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not how a bribe works.
That's not how bribes work.
Yeah. So I think it might have been 3-2. It might have been 4-1. But Wings was keeping the bulk of the money. And then Tom, who just beat him, was supposed to lose on purpose. And Wings felt like, but you will get that 1,000 in public humiliation.
Oh, well,
you should take what you can get.
That off, right? He jumped right on that and said, that sounds great to me.
He took an alternative route where he took a screenshot of the Skype conversation and tweeted it out to the world.
That's amazing. See, I would have done that. I would have absolutely done that and laughed about it for weeks.
And if Wings to this day thinks that the Syndicate 1v1 loss was a big part of his loss of popularity, it really wasn't. You know, he could have just laughed that off and it would have been nothing. But his reaction to it was a part of his loss of popularity. The bribing was a part of his loss of popularity. And it really wasn't about his gameplay at all.
Well, yeah, that's what kind of fascinates me about him. Because kind of going back to the DSP thing, Wings on his YouTube channel, I think he's like at 500,000, isn't he? Somewhere around that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Around there.
DSP has 180,000. DSP can do a stream, and he'll have, he can get like between 600 and 1,000 people watching on the regular. So you'd think that Wings would be able to pull in at least a comparable number to that from somebody who's got a smaller base. But I think DSP... He has things that go way beyond what Wings deals with. I mean, he has actual A-logs, people that want to see his life ruined. So, it's more than compilations and just trolling. But I think DSP rolls with it better, and Wings seems to have a worse reaction to it. Like, watching the compilation videos, if you look at his sub count, because he has that, I believe, in his video that shows his sub number, and you go back 4 months and you look at the newest one, you can see it ticking down as he's losing subs every week because he keeps freaking out on people that come into his streams.
It goes up and down. It goes up and down. I went and streamed with him maybe 2.5, 3 months ago. Like I played some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds with him, and it was a very popular stream. And then the next day, he made it so that you had to be subscribed to him in order to watch it. I don't know. There were 1,000, 1,200 people in there watching it live, and then which was like quadruple what he normally gets. And then to watch the 4-hour long video, you had to subscribe. Which is he made it that way, and so he got like 100 extra subscribers, and so he's been losing those 100 steadily as like when the next month came around, they all left, and so that's why you get a big disparity and like up and down kind of thing. But he hovers around 600 to 700 subscribers somewhere in there.
Yeah, why does he do that, by the way? Because when I went to his Twitch channel, I was like, well, maybe I'll watch some past streams. Nope, can't watch it. Have to be.
He does that in an attempt to combat the compilation channels, which I suppose we'll refer to them as.
Did it really hit that level? He's trying to counter-op them, is he?
So at least like, 10 of his subs are the compilation channels?
Absolutely. And of course, he acts as if many of these people who make those compilations simply watch the whole stream. They don't have to, I say that. They tune into his stream on their computer and click record, grab screen, record, and then they come back in a few hours when it's all over and they look for the juicy parts and they chop up their video, right? They don't need his permission. They just record it. They just screen grab it. Or they clip it as they watch. That's a thing that people do frequently. So it's kind of silly to do.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.